it definitely is an honor to be here with you, and I'm so super excited to be able to engage in this level of conversation, dialogue, and then also hopefully encourage you to really dig into it, because sometimes you can overlook the fact that it's about data, or you can have let me say it this way. I had preconceived notions about what I felt about data and the perception of it, but reading this book has really changed my perspective and has really encouraged me to do more with data that's available to me. So I'm excited that you're excited about reading this book. So for some of you, hello. So some of you, so like when you're in church and the pastor is preaching and teaching and they write the script, they tell you the scriptures, you write them down to take notes. So I went ahead and I gave you page numbers. So if you want to get your pens out so that you can take notes, so that therefore when you hear something exciting that is said today, you can say, oh, on this page, this happened on the book launch, okay? So go ahead and get your pens, get your books ready, and make some notes in the margin. That's okay for them to write in your book, right?
It's theirs now.
Yeah, exactly. It's theirs. Let's own it. About that. So on page 26, you started to, in your intro or your answer to the first question, and no, just in case you were wondering, the title for chapter 2 is Attention, Please, the Creative Leader. So those of you who are in this room, please have your listening ears available. On page 21, it talks about the survey, and it gets into some specific numbers. It says 65.3% of participants play an active role in gathering data as leaders, yet 75% of them are intentional about developing measurable data through reports. So I wonder, I know that this data was compiled through the survey that you conducted. However, is this on trend? Is this reflective of the societal norms in terms of the utilization for data?
Well, in in my line of study, a sample size of 100 is a good sample. And so based on that, and this may not be scientific, but based on my experience in the workforce, you typically have a department that handles data, right? You need your reports. You say, send me an ad hoc report. And sometimes they are detached from what you do. And so you spend a lot of time trying to explain the kind of fields you need, what needs to be covered. But if those people were not so much, if they weren't secluded from the day-to-day dealings of your organization, and they're actually planted in the different departments within the organization, it is very possible that they'll be more familiar. And before you even ask for the data, they are proactive in knowing what needs to be, what you need. And there's more alignment. Does that make sense? And that's what I've seen. It's like, I'm not saying for me, but just follow me for a second. I come in, I'm a data geek, I sit in my room all day long, you look at my computer, I'm just crunching numbers. But I'm so detached from your involvement with customers and everything, and all you do is, can you give me the numbers of how many customers come? I look at my report. But I don't go beyond that result to understand what are the causes. Are there things that we need to be looking at? Could I be more proactive? Could I give you data that will help you in making a decision proactively? Be more predictive in my analysis and not just reacting, giving you results. So that's where that comes from. Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Ife Nathan, and I'm here excited to introduce my book. The name of the book is Data Speaks: Business Analytics for the Creative Leader. I found myself completing a doctoral program in strategic leadership out in Regent University in Virginia Beach. And I was very drawn to the data analytics part of the training, and I realized that I had a very keen interest in not only analyzing data, but being able to communicate data in a manner that appealed to different types of audiences. And I realized that why a lot of people shy away from data is because either it seems to be over their head or it's not communicated in a way that is meaningful for them. To be able to obtain a copy of my book, whether you want to get the hardcover or the paperback, you can visit drifanathan.com. If you want additional formats, you can visit Amazon and Barnes & Nobles.